Frankenstein, chapters 14 and 15. I'm breaking these up into smaller sections because the stories get fairly deep and there's a lot I want to cover here. So, chapter 13, I stopped the story with the monster in the room because in chapter 14 we learn a lot about the family that he's been watching so far. And kind of and then an experience he has with them. So in chapter 14 we learn where they're from, and they actually were royalty. He learns the old man's name is DeLacy, and so in the house we have Agatha, who's the female, the sister, and then we have Felix, the brother, and then we have DeLacy, which is like their last name, which is what he calls the old man. And um, they were actually prominent people in France, but because of how some things went down, and this Arabian girl, Safia, that showed up, things kind of start to go awry. So, from last chapter, we remember that the monster was learning stuff, and they were teaching this Arabian girl stuff. So the Arabian girl was from France, and her dad got locked up in a business trading deal. And so the plan was that Safia would marry Felix if DeLacy got her husband or got her dad out of prison. And so the old man does some stuff and gets the old man out of prison, but he gets found out. And so they send the old man into exile, which is why they're in Germany. So, but they speak because they're from France, they speak French. And so the monster's been learning French here. And so Felix and Sophia, here's my notes that they say, that Sophia are to be married to save her father. Felix put in trouble. Sophia's dad doesn't want her to marry a Christian guy. And so the dude that they free through Felix actually throws the dude under the bus. So that's why they were exiled to Germany to live in the little hovel of the shepherd thing. So from this, the monster learns the broad history, and then they start even to get into religious ideologies and things like that, and diving even more into culture. And it was interesting because the monster goes through this thought process of the creator, and they talk about God and things from studying Christianity. And he's like, oh, this creator sounds great, but that's not my creator. So he doesn't feel like God's creation, because his creator was actually Victor, not himself. And his Victor just left him. So when he's learning about Christianity and how the creator loves them, he's like, I don't get that, because my creator does not love me because my creator left me. The monster's creator being Victor. So then the monster plans to go into the dwelling. And from what he knows about himself, he knows he's disfigured, he knows he's big, he knows he's odd, so that's why he's remained in hiding and watched over the months. And at this point in the book, he's sat through the monster says, an entire round of seasons. So, like, he came in the spring, went through the summer, he came in the winter, goes through spring, goes through summer, goes through fall, and it's back to winter again. And so he's like, okay, I'm first going to go to the old man, because the old man is blind, and so he won't see me. So he knocks, the monster has an intelligent conversation, his accent isn't off, and he's like, hey, I don't have any friends, will you guys take me in? I'm self-sustaining, I just need some hope right now. And the old man's like, okay, we can probably do this. But as soon as Felix and Agatha and Sophia come back, I skipped over that, excuse me. So the monster waits until Sophia, Agatha, and Felix go on a walk after dinner. And so then the monster goes in and talks to the old man. The old man's like, okay, that's okay. And then when Felix, Agatha, and Sophia get back from their walk, they come in and see him, and I believe Agatha faints, and Sophia runs around screaming, and Felix starts to beat the monster. And the monster